Hello students, how are you? I think all you are fine at your home. Yes students, in the previous two videos we taken a lesson. The name of the lesson is the All American Slur and it is written by Lindsay Nemoika. Lindsay Nemoika, she is a writer and she belongs to China. So today what we will do, today we will take a writing portion of this lesson. What is the writing portion? We have a using words, using grammar, writing an informal letter. Along with we have to look on dictionary work which is there in your book on page number 16. So beginning with the using grammar, I would like to say that this reading and the answer this question portion should be completed by us. How I am going to take this? I will make a PDF. I will make a PDF of question and answers, and the same PDF I am going to forward you in a WhatsApp group. So what you have to do? You have to click on the PDF, open it, and write as it is what is there inside the PDF. So whatever I want to give you a homework from a PDF, I will tell you later. So now what you have to do? Just open page number 15 of your English textbook. Open it fast. Yes, open it. Open page number 15. So here you have to take it using grammar. So before taking a using grammar, there is an explanation which I will take it now. So here we have a revision of tenses. Revision of tenses, simple and continuous. Simple and continuous we have to take, and this is the forms of tenses. Which form of the tenses these are? Present and past. Okay. So here there is a small explanation. Let's read it out. You have learned about the simple present and the simple past tenses. May you read about simple present and simple past tenses in your previous classes. Okay. And the present continuous and the past continuous tenses. All right. Let us revise these tenses once more. So here we have to do revision of tenses. Revision of tenses, and these are simple and continuous. So today we are going to do revision of tenses. Revision of tenses. In revision of tenses, today we will take present and past. Present and past. So these are the two forms of the tenses which is there in your textbook. Along with what we have to do today, we will take the another two forms of these tenses. Which are the other two forms of these tenses? Here we have simple present tense, and again we have present continuous tense. Present continuous tense, and again we have present perfect tense. Okay, present perfect tense. And at last, present perfect continuous. Which one? Present perfect continuous. These are the forms of tenses. Okay. These are known as forms of the tenses. So how you can get know about this? First we have simple present, then we have present continuous, then we have present perfect, then at last present perfect continuous. So here we have four forms of the tenses. So how we can continue this with the present? And let's see on the past. In the past we have simple past tense, we have past continuous tense. Okay, and we have past perfect tense, past perfect tense, and And at last, what we have? Past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous tense. Okay, so these are the four forms of the past tense. So now what we will do, let's work on this two forms of the tenses. There is another one. It is called future tense. It is a future tense. In the future tense, we were going to learn about simple future tense and future continuous tense. Okay. And third one, future perfect tense, and at last, future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense. So here we have four forms of tenses in future tense. So today what we will have to do, in our book there is two forms of tenses. Which are this? These are present and the past, which is given this for your this sections. And about future we are going to learn about in the future lesson. So here you can see in the page number 15 of using grammar, a small table is given, is it? So here in the simple tense and the continuous tense. In the simple tense, here we have present and the past. So today we have to begin with present and the past. So before beginning with this, I would like to introduce what is simple present tense and what is simple present continuous, and what is simple past tense and what is past continuous tense. Let's begin with this. So here I am going to rub it. So today we will take simple present tense. So before beginning with the present and the past tense, let's introduce this. Here we have present tense. First, let's take it as first. What do you mean by present tense? A thing or an activity which is occurring now, okay, in a continuous manner, we can say that it is a present tense. Let's write it on the board. A word or sentences. A word or sentences. A word or sentences which shows an activity, which shows an activity or work occurring, activity or work occurring now, or which is occurring now in present, occurring now in present is called present tense. Is called present tense. Is it? See here. Again, recall this definition. What is present tense? A word or sentences which shows an activity or work occurring now. It means a pre-noun which is going on now. In present is called present tense. Okay, let's begin and work on what is present tense. Let's begin with the first form of the tense here, which is simple present tense. First form of the tense. Let's begin with first form of present tense. First form of present tense, we have simple present tense. We have simple present tense. What is there in the simple present tense? Okay, let's define what is simple present tense. I am writing on the board. What I am doing as your teacher, I am writing on a board. I am writing on a board. This is a simple sentence here. So here what I am doing? I am writing. I am doing this work continuously now. So it can be called here simple present tense. Okay. Take what I am doing here. I am writing on a board. So here I am writing, and writing is a present activity which I am doing now, and it is occurring now. So it comes under simple present tense. Let's take another example for simple present tense. Let's take it as one and take another one, which is simple. Okay, let's say sun arises from east. Okay, sun arises from east, and sunset at west. See this sentence. What you are getting from this sentence? Sun arises from east and sunset at west. Here it is a fact. It is known to us that sun is arising from east, and again it is going and taking us circulation, okay, of whole day, and it is going somewhere in the oceans and getting sunset. So it is a fact here. It is not a false. So it is a true one. And the thing which is true and which is a fact, and we are no, yes, it should be occur like this only. So there should be one perfect formula for that kind of sentences. We can see these kind of sentences can be included in the present tense. Let's say sun arises from east and sunset at west. So it can be included in the simple present tense. Okay, understood? Now take another sentence. Flower has a beautiful fragrance. Flower has a beautiful fragrance. Is it? Obviously, flower smells very good. It is beautiful, and its fragrance is too good when we smell it. So what happens? Flower has a beautiful fragrance, and it is a truth. It is a true one. That's why this sentence can be included in the present tense, which is the first form of the word of present tense, simple present tense. It can be included here. Now let's go to present continuous tense. What is present continuous tense? Here, present continuous tense is the second form of the present tense. And let's begin with this by some suitable examples of present continuous tense. Let's begin. Now comes to second form of present tense. Second form of present tense. What is the second form of present tense? It is present continuous tense. Okay, it is the second form of present continuous tense. How can we judge it is present continuous tense? Let's say one simple example which I given in the previous form of tense. Let's say I am writing on a board. I am writing on a board from last few minutes. I am writing on board from last few minutes. So here what I am doing, I am writing on a board from last few minutes. So here I am doing an activity which shows it is occurring in present, which is going now, A word comes now, then you have to judge it is in present. It is in simple present or present continuous. So here I am writing on a board from last few minutes. So this sentence can be included in present continuous tense. That I am writing, I am not stopped. I am not saying that I wrote, I have written. I am writing. So it is in the way of continuous. See here, I am writing on a board. I am writing on a board continuously. From last few minutes, I am writing. Is it? So it can be taken here present continuous tense. Let's take another example for present continuous tense. I am holding a chalk. I not left it. I am holding a chalk. See, a chalk is in my hand. I am holding a chalk. Okay, it is carried by my palm. So chalk is there in my hand. Let's take this simple sentence. I am holding a chalk. Writing chalk. I am holding a chalk. See, chalk is here and I carried it. I holded it very tightly so that it couldn't be fall down. So what it means? It is in present. Okay. Did I left it the chalk? No. It is in my hand. Is it? So I am holding a chalk. So it can be taken here in the present continuous tense. Let's take another example for present continuous tense. I am walking in front of you. I am walking in front of you. What kind of activity I am doing here? I am walking here and there in front of you before the camera. So here what it can be taken? It can be taken here present continuous tense. Let's take, it has also a third example of second form of the tense, which is present continuous tense. I am walking. I am walking here. I am not stopped. I am still walking here and there. So it can be taken here in present continuous tense. Okay. So let's come to another form of the tense. Which is the another form of the tense? It is past tense. So students, you understood about what is simple present and what is present continuous tense. Now let's begin with another form of the tense. Let's begin with another form of the tense. What is this? It is past tense. Here in the past tense, we have to look over what is the past tense. What do you mean by past tense? A word sentence, a word or sentence. Okay, a word or sentence expresses an action or situation that began and ended in past. A word or sentences expresses an action, or situation that began and ended in the past. That began and ended in past is called past tense. See here, such a simple sentence is this. Okay, what is this? A word or sentence expresses an action or situation that began or ended in past. Okay, a word which expresses an action or a situation that was occurred in past. Okay, not in future, present or not in future, not going to be occurring in future, but occurred in past and ended there itself. So this sentence or this activity can be taken here in the past tense. Understood? Let's take some example of past tense here. Some examples of past tense. Some example of past tense. Which are these examples? These examples are, let's say, yesterday. Let's say, simple example. I went to school yesterday. I went to school yesterday. So here, I went to school yesterday. When you go to the school, okay, this is today. So you went to school yesterday. Okay, a previous day from today you went to school, is it? So this sentence can be included here in the past tense. You can say I went to school yesterday. It means you went to school yesterday. So it is a past tense, a sentence which is showing us activity which is practiced in past, in the previous day. So it can be considered here in past tense. Now let's take another form of the past tense. So here we have to work on simple past tense and past continuous tense. Let's take it. Let's take some examples of simple past tense. Here, the simple tense expresses a continuous or ongoing action that was happening at a particular time. Yes. See, in the past tense, you have one simple past tense. Let's take a simple past tense. So here, what is simple past tense? Let's understood by a small example. See, simple past tense. Simple past tense is a action or situation occurred in past. Simple past tense is action or situation occurred in past or ended in past is called simple past tense. It's called simple past tense. See here, simple past tense is an action or situation occurred in past or ended in past is called simple past tense. Okay, understood? A thing which occurred in past and ended in the past itself, so it can be taken here in the simple past tense. So let's begin with some examples of simple past tense. What are these examples? Let's small examples of simple past tense. Very easy examples. First, I went to school. I went to school yesterday. I went to school yesterday and again I went to school yesterday and again visited my friend's home. Okay, see here, let's say you went to school yesterday, you went to school yesterday and again visited my friend's home. In the same day you went to the school and in the same day you visited to your friend's home after your school left. So this sentence can be come under simple past tense. Let's take another sentence which is very simple. Let's say I was writing on board when bell rang. Here an example has been taken here. I was writing on board when bell rang. Okay, what I was doing? I was writing on board. Okay, when bell rang, I stopped writing. When bell rang, I stopped. When bell rang, I stopped. Okay, when bell rang, I stopped. I was writing on board, but when bell rang, I stopped. An activity which is done in the past and stopped there itself and it is not continued, then it can be considered here simple past tense. So student, understood what is the simple past tense? Now let's begin. What is past continuous tense? What is past continuous tense here? Let's begin. Let's begin with another form of the past tense, which is past continuous tense. Which is past continuous tense. So this is another form of the verb. Which verb? Past. Another form of the verb, it is past continuous tense. So what is past continuous tense? What do you mean past continuous tense? See in your book, it is mentioned in the table. See, past continuous tense expresses a continuous or ongoing action that was happening at a particular time. Okay. Expresses a continuous or ongoing action. It is past continuous tense is a word or situation. It is a word or situation expresses an action. A word or situation expresses an action. Okay. Action which is continuous and ongoing. Action which is continuous, and ongoing, that was happening at a particular time, which is continuous and ongoing. Okay, that was happening at a particular time. Okay, so this is a sentence for the past continuous tense. Somehow it is lengthy, but you need to understand what is past continuous tense. For better understanding, that's why I written this sentence here. See, past continuous tense is a word or situation expresses an action. Writing, speaking, jumping are action. And it is a verb also. Expressing an action which is continuous and ongoing, that was happening at a particular time. Okay, it expresses an action which is continuous and ongoing, and that is happening in the past at a particular time, is called past continuous tense. Next, take some examples of past continuous tense. Let's begin with some examples of past continuous tense for better understanding here. So students, try to understand what is simple past and what is past continuous, okay, with the help of the examples which is written on the board. Let's take one example of past continuous tense. First one, what you can take? Yes. I was eating an apple. I was eating an apple in garden. I was eating an apple in garden. Then at same time, monkey snatched an apple from my hand. Monkey snatched an apple from my hand and start eating. See here, such a good sentence is here, and you can compare with your past occurring with yourself. Maybe you visited somewhere in the garden and you see somewhere something animal came like monkey and it snatched something from your hand and it starts eating. So same thing happened here with the character. So what happened here? See, I was, it may be someone, me, you, or someone who are there in the garden. I was eating an apple in garden. Then at same time, monkey snatched an apple from my hand and start eating. See here, a thing or action which occurred in the past, okay, ongoing action, and it is still continued in the past, okay, without any kind of stoppage. So here we can consider this kind of sentences in the past continuous tense. So here, okay, he was eating an apple, monkey came and snatched, and again monkey start eating the same apple which is eaten by a character. So here, not monkey ran or not monkey eaten. He is eating. It is still ongoing. So it can be considered here in the past continuous tense. Okay, students. Today what we did? We did present tense, past tense with suitable forms of the present tense and past tense. So let's begin with it. So here you have some questions. You have to judge it, which is simple past and which is past continuous tense or which is present continuous tense. Let's begin with. So open page number 16 here. See, page number 16. Open this. Did everyone open? Yes. Okay, in page number 16, underline the verbs and identify their tenses. So here you have to underline the verb. What do you mean by verb? Do you know verb is an action? Anything action, it is known as verb. That writing, okay, holding a chalk, speaking, walking, moving, it is all actions. So you have to underline the actions which is there in the sentences. So let's read a first sentence for you. She was painting. Painting means she was doing something. She is painting, so painting is a verb here. She was painting with concentration when the ball ran. Okay, so it can be considered here in simple past tense. It can be considered here. She was painting with concentration when the ball ran. So it is a past continuous for you. So first sentence is past continuous. Okay. Now comes to second one. Are you still watching the television? Are you still watching the television? A question is asked to someone. It means that you are watching the television continuously. Your parents came or your mother came and she called you. Are you still watching the television? Why you didn't open the box? Is it? So here this sentence comes under present continuous. That she is still watching. She not stopped watching. So it is continuous. It can be considered here in present continuous. Okay, now comes to third sentence. Grandpa went out to buy some soda but bought water instead. So it is a simple past sentence. He went outside for purchasing soda but bought water. So it is a simple past. So it occurred in past, nearby past. So comes to fourth. Wait for a while. Yes. Comes to fourth. It was while they were heading to the beach that the accident occurred. Okay. So it comes under past continuous. They were heading to the beach and that the accident occurred. Continuously it occurred, so it is past continuous. The sun rises to the east and sets in the west. So it is a fact. Okay. Sun rises to the east and sets in the west. So all we know, so it is a fact, we can say it as a simple present. So students understood. So this is a homework for you. Underline the verbs and identify their tenses. Okay, underline the verbs and identify the tenses is a homework for you. You should do by yourself. Okay students, till this end, take care and be happy, and whatever taught, do revision by your own and make a note making and forward me in WhatsApp number where I am going to check it. So till that end, be with